Okay, so which marketing channel would you say actually works for financial professionals? Just as myself, um, which are a waste of time, you may say, if I don't do it right.
Yeah, I wouldn't say the answer is not going to be consistent, and it's going to vary based on who your ideal customer
Right,
is.
right, right.
So for example, let's say let's say construction versus high-end professionals like doctors, right? With doctors, there's going to be conferences associated or fixed on who those doctors are or where they're located. So that channel for them is going to be very unique and different than it's going to be for construction. Now, that's one of the reasons why I say have a deep dive market research to really understand who your customer is. Now, if you already have customers, then that's great. All you got to do, or what I would propose, is set up an interview session, whether it's one-on-one or group one-on-one, so that you could ask them these questions. What magazines do you read? What newspaper do you read? Where do you spend time to learn more about your industry? And so on and so forth, because they're the ones who are going to give you the answers as to where they congregate.
Mm.
And that's what you want to focus on. So when I was in the venture capital world, there was three pillars that we looked at to make sure that we checked off that was there, or that we knew how to deal with it, and or before we move forward with the process of experimentation and interviewing before we started building a product. One of those was reachability. How easy is it to get a hold of these individuals, right? So if all of your customers are your dream customer isn't Facebook, that's fantastic, because now you could do ads, you could do organic posts, live streams, you could do Facebook groups. There's so much that you could do within Facebook, and therefore you'll be able to attract them. If you're dealing with affluent people, generally speaking, they'll be in some type of association where it's paid membership. They're reading the high-end magazines or something to that extent. So that's where they're at, and that's where you want to put an ad or put an article, for example. Direct mail works really well with affluent folks. And I mentioned affluent folks because generally speaking, affluent folks have the ability to pay for the services that many of your audience have. The question is going to be whether they have the willingness to pay for it, right? And then
Okay.
that's just a different matter. If they already have someone they trust, they're already taken. But if they're open, then it becomes more of the language and the experience that is being created.